live streaming from Lisbon in the final days, I guess I would say, of preparation for Web Summit. And so I'm thrilled to be here with you, and there's going to be some tips that I wanted to share with you. There's some things that we learned from when we attended Rise conference, and we've kind of applied it to Web Summit and even more so. And I think, we're going to get some great benefit out of it. Even for Rise, even though it was our first conference that we had attended of this nature, these big technology conferences that you go to, we did do some preparation, and we did, know our game plan, I guess that I would say. And as a result, we had some really great things happen. So we had, for example, articles in Forbes and Huffington Post. And, I feel quite certain that that wouldn't have happened if we hadn't put some pre-work in terms of, what would we say if we had the opportunity to speak to anyone from the media and that type of thing. So what I'm going to do is give you what I would say are the top 4 tips in terms of preparation for Web Summit. So the first thing that you have to even start with is, why are you even going? What is your reason? You're investing your money, you're investing your time. So you should be really clear about what you hope to achieve about attending Web Summit. It shouldn't just be a kind of, I'll wait and see and think about it. It's like, you really should have a bit of a strategy on why you're going. So for us here at Bryn, we're quite clear in terms of why we are here. There's 4 types of people that we want to meet. So the first is we're looking at corporate sponsorships. So any people or any businesses that we can talk to while we're here for potential corporate sponsorships. That's definitely one of the reasons why we want to be here. Also joint partnerships, so people that we can help them and they can help us in terms of us promoting our product and for themselves promoting their product. If there's a way that we can do a joint partnership and help both promote both products, then we're definitely interested in talking to people about that. Third is media exposure. So definitely, there's over 900 media attendees that are going to be here. So we definitely would love some opportunities to talk to people in the media who write in business and technology. And so, we need to ensure that we have our strategy in terms of what it is that we would want to talk to them about. And lastly is, technology innovation. A lot of people are launching a lot of new products here, or they're new startups, or there's existing products that are launching new features. Well, we want to be across that. We want to know what new technology is coming up around the world, because there may be opportunities for Bryn to use that technology and enhance our own products. So, we're definitely on the lookout for what new technology is out there. So once you've got that done and you know exactly who you want to speak to, then you need to start reaching out to people. And, the best way to do that is through the Web Summit app, because everyone's listed in there. It's easy to search the attendees and that type of thing. And what we did is we set up a spreadsheet. And so in going through the Web Summit app, we started writing down the people that we wanted to meet and the companies that they were from. So initially we came up with, I guess you would say, our top 100 people that we wanted to speak to. Then what we did is we looked up their LinkedIn profile, we looked up their website as well, and we put that in the spreadsheet. And then we went through each one of those and thought, okay, well, why would we want to speak to them? Do these fall into any one of our 4 categories of the type of people that we want to speak to? And if they did, then we flagged them. Then what we did is we created templates for each of these different types of people we wanted to talk to. Now, it's not like you just write a template and you send your template out to every single person. You have to personalize it. So, the template just has the basic structure, but, you still have to sort of indicate to them what specifically it is you want to speak to them about, what it is about your own products, or in our case, Bryn, that, we feel that we want to speak to them about, whether it's information you're asking for, or whether you think that, it's a joint partnership or that type of thing. So you need to be really clear, because they then need to decide, well, do I really want to talk to these people? So what we did, should I say, is we set up a calendar for tomorrow, actually, for Monday, which is the day, it is opening night, but, during the day, there's nothing planned. So we actually have appointments booked in all day tomorrow. And the thing about it is that when we sent out the the notifications via the web app to everyone that we wanted to connect with, we actually put a link to the Calendly calendar and said, look, if you feel the same way and you would like to meet us too, then, book the Calendly event. So it takes out all the toing and froing of where we're going to meet and that type of thing. Because what we did is we set up that we're going to a lovely local cafe. And so we were able to tell them exactly where we wanted to meet them, what the address was, and then they could book in a time to meet us. So that's a really great way of, reaching out and connecting to people, and then they all booked in with us. And the last thing that, that I'll talk about that is really great is you really need to let people know on social media that you're coming to Web Summit. We first started letting people know about 3 months ago. And when we did, it's not like we were doing it every day. In the beginning, we were only kind of doing it once a month to kind of just say, hey, we're excited, we're registered for Web Summit, and, we're going to be there. If you are too, great, we'd love to see you. And as it got closer to the event, we started then doing fortnightly. And, basically this week we've been going out every day saying that we're here. And now that we're here, we're definitely going out even stronger to say that we're here, this is what we're doing, this is where we're going to be, and that type of thing. Because what's really important is that if people know that you're going to be here, other attendees or other people that are going to have booths as well, people that you actually want to connect with that you may not have found them in the app, they may find you. I've actually had quite a few people already reach out to me, and when I asked them how did they hear about us, they said, oh, I saw on social media that you're going to be at Web Summit. So, I didn't have to work for that to find them. They found me because we went out onto social media. So, that's really important as well. But don't just go spamming social media. Obviously, ensure that you have a message and you have a reason for posting and, and what you want to achieve out of Web Summit so that then other people know as well. And then there's other great things that you can do. Like today we had a photo shoot in Lisbon. Incredible backdrop to have a photo shoot. And there's 2 reasons that we did the photo shoot. One is so that we can use it across social media while we're here this week, so that people can visually see what we look like, so that they can find us at Web Summit, or if they bump into us, then they'll know who we are and what company we represent. But we also took some product shots. So now I know not everyone's going to be able to take product shots because not every product is transportable, but obviously in our case, Bryn is an app on mobile phones, so it was easy for us to take product shots. And that's really fantastic because you're taking product shots on the backdrop of another city. And, let's face it, pretty much most products that are here are global products. So, to be able to shoot your product in other environments other than your hometown or your home country is a really great thing to do. And so, look out for some of those images. You'll definitely know there's some very distinct landmarks here in Lisbon, and so you'll definitely know that there's certain photos that we're posting that it's definitely taken in Lisbon. And it's also a great way to see the city, to get your bearings, because obviously it's good to know where the metro is, the bus is, how you're going to get to the venue. If you can sort all those things out in the days prior to the actual event starting, then that will obviously stand you in good stead and have you not panicking, in the early mornings as you're preparing to head out to Web Summit. So, it's really important. And the other thing that's really great, that if you really know who you are targeting, then anytime you meet someone. Now, we'd only landed in Lisbon. We were at the airport not even 30 minutes, and we were already bumping into people that were here at Web Summit. And if you're really clear about why you're here and what you want to achieve, then it's really easy to have those conversations. And the first thing you really should do is be respectful of people's time and ask them, why are you here? What is it that you want to get out of Web Summit? And then, based on that, then you can decide whether it's worth telling them about your product or not. Don't just go verbally blasting out everything about your product and giving your product spiel and that type of thing when, they may not be interested and, because it's not what they're looking for. So be respectful of their time. And if they want to know more, they'll ask. And then the thing is that, you know, sometimes what I've experienced is that even though they specifically don't want to, there isn't going to be a connection between your product and theirs, is that they still want to know about your product. And then what you find is they'll then talk to other people. Because you were respectful of their time, then they're quite happy to share about your product with other people and direct other people to you. So it's really important that you're respectful of people's time. The other thing is with the media. A lot of people, you know, they don't get an opportunity to meet the media, and there's over 900 journalists, editors, media representatives that are going to be here at Web Summit. And so, you know, often when people I've seen, you know, I saw this at Rise where, you know, someone from the media showed up at someone's booth and they weren't even really necessarily going to that specific booth. They were just maybe even walking past, but people were just like, oh my gosh, someone from the media, and they just kind of grabbed them and, you know, just started blurting out about their product. But, you know, be respectful. They might not even be a journalist that writes in your area. So ask them, you know, what it is you're here that you're to write about. You know, are you writing articles? Are you doing research? What type of articles do you like to write? What are you interested in? Because they might not even write on your specific area. And so you're just wasting their time. And if they then say, oh, look, I don't write on business, or I don't write on technology, I actually write on sport, then, you know, you can say, oh, okay, that's great. Well, you know, I hope you have a really successful time here at Web Summit, and I hope that, you know, you get the articles you want. But, you know, by chance, do you happen to know any journalists either in your publication or other publications that do write about, in our case, business and technology, because we'd love to connect with them. And often you'll find, because you're respectful of their time, they're quite happy to refer you on to the right people. So, you know, when you're clear on what it is you want to speak to people, then it makes it much easier for you to connect, and be open to meet people anywhere. You know, we've met people at the airport, we've met people in the street that are going to Web Summit, we've met people at the pub next door when we had lunch today. So, you know, you just have to be open that it's not just about the moment that you walk in the door at Web Summit, and that the only time you're going to meet people and the only time you're going to connect is when you walk through that door. It's literally as soon as you arrive in Lisbon, there's people that you will meet that are attending Web Summit, and you just don't know what connections you'll make. And so, you know, this is an incredible city. You know, at first I have to admit, when they said that Web Summit was coming to Lisbon, I was like, Lisbon? Why Lisbon? You know, it just seems so out of the way. But now that I'm here, I can see the very sound decision and why they chose here. Incredible city, a great venue. They're great hosts. Everyone is so friendly and that type of thing. And I just feel that, you know, it's definitely the right place. So I look forward to speaking to you over the next couple of days. So stay tuned, and each day I'll endeavour to give you what's happening at Web Summit. Obviously, when the doors open, I'll start streaming live from the Web Summit and sharing with you about stuff that we're learning from the different speakers, new technologies that are coming out, and that type of thing. And, you know, hopefully inspire you. If you're not here yourself, then maybe it'll inspire you that this could be something that you might do next year, because it's an amazing platform to share your product with the world. Alrighty, well, thanks for tuning in, and I look forward to catching up with you tomorrow.